The thing about the work world is everybody has deadlines, right? Things that are due. And there's always multiple deadlines. There's always a lot going on. So in this question, what the interviewer is really looking for is, how do you manage all this stuff? Sometimes it might be used as a phrase, I'm juggling a lot of balls in the air, or a lot of plates in the air, is that kind of thing. And they're really looking for your organizational skills and how you're managing that as a process. And maybe a little example of that too as well. So think about, all the projects that you do. You might have a lot of good stories associated with 3, 4, 5 projects, and then be able to, in this question, tie it all together about your process to manage these multiple deadlines. Usually it's like understanding what the deadline is, working backwards from that, making sure that they're not overlapping, if there's possible, and maybe managing others on the team as well as yourself if you're in that type of position. So here's what that might look like as far as managing multiple deadlines. Well, one thing I know, both being in the industry for a long time, but also with ABC Company, is, there's lots of deadlines. And some of the deadlines I have some control over, but some of the deadlines I don't, because I'm working with other departments, or a customer has an expectation, or we have a big sale pending, whatever it might be. So being able to manage these multiple deadlines is real important to me. And how I really kind of go about it is I look at the deadlines that I have, I put them on the calendar, and really start to work backwards. I work backwards from almost a project or timeline standpoint, where I'm looking at, well, what's due when, so then I prioritize what is my next goal or activity I'm going to be approaching on that. So if I have a deadline that's, let's say, 5 months out, and another one that's 1 month out, I may be working some of the 5 month out one to stay on track, but I know my 1 month is coming up fast. And I also look at who's involved in something too, because one thing to manage my own deadlines, it's another thing when I'm working with other people. So I need to understand the deadlines they face with their different projects, but also in their different tasks they do, but also how that will integrate in with my own types of deadlines or things I'm facing. But the key process for me is get it on the calendar, work backwards, and have a plan to meet those deadlines. So it's not a big rush at the end or a lot of stress. It's just how we manage all the things that we got going in today's work world. Okay, so in today's work, well, that sounded a little goofy at the end there, I suppose, but the same thing, or in this position, or I know as an XYZ person or programmer or salesperson, whatever, they'll know specifically, the types of deadlines you face. And talk about some specific instances, and particularly related to, the job that you're looking at. What are deadlines faced by that job? The more you can talk about that, the better. But it's really all about personal skills around your own time management. If anything, just talk about, here's how I manage my time, and by managing my time, I'm able to meet all these multiple deadlines and be a star at work.